Right here, it's a Mad Kid Street Fighter 4. It's pretty old. I bought this around 2 years ago. I got an issue where, see, just plug it in. Plug this thing in. Hold on, wrong way. I don't know if you heard the jingle on my computer. See, here's the thing. Let's go to control panel. There. Go here, game controller settings. It'll tell me everything's fine. Like everything's okay with the controller. Yet you go to properties. Nothing's working. No matter what I press. Doing shit. It doesn't read anything from this controller. See, I've had this problem for some time now. I figured it was the computer. However, I had a computer before this one that still had the same problem. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I try unplugging it, plugging it back in. Nothing, still. No buttons, no stick reading. Nothing. I had no idea what's going on here. I couldn't tell you why this happens. There's some properties I've noticed. I keep plugging it in and out, eventually it'll work. Like if I keep just unplugging it, plugging it back in, eventually it'll read. And sometimes messing with these little switches over here, doing this, sometimes when I mess around with those things, it also works. But in this case, it doesn't work this time. And I've been having this problem for ever since I got this stick. It sucks. I'm trying to play Third Strike, trying to play Marvel 2, stuff like that. Can't do anything. Like you even go into the, what do you want to call it, properties. Tell me everything. A lot of the stuff's unknown. I figured that would make sense. I remember there's details here stating how everything was okay. Yeah, never mind. I could be remembering something wrong. But matter of fact is, this thing is telling me it's working okay. The computer senses nothing wrong with the stick, despite the fact that apparently some drivers are missing. Even though no readings come from the stick, and when they do come, they work perfectly. However, the process it takes, how do I put this? Normally it takes like maybe a bunch of tries, 10 or so tries, just to even get a reading from this thing. And I'm not happy with that. Sometimes this stick actually messes with my computer itself. Like sometimes I'll boot up Uniclear, for instance. One time I did that, and all of a sudden my tabs started playing videos, my volume was going all the way up, and all that didn't stop until I unplugged it from the computer. And on some instances, some buttons will get stuck, or how should I say this? The buttons will, presumably the buttons will be pressed. Like the computer will read the buttons as being held down without me actually holding them down, and then the stick will sometimes move on its own, but when I'm trying to move it by myself, then nothing will come out of it. And I've been having this problem with, like I said, these problems persist across multiple computers, so it's definitely got to be the stick. I'm not sure what's going on here, so if you guys can think of any solutions, that would be much appreciated.